college, I got a phone call from my grandpa. He just wanted to know how I was doing and how college was going. We only talked for about 5 minutes, but he told me to take care of my sisters and to work hard, just as he did when he moved from the Netherlands to the United States. To some of you, my family's oral tradition may be basic, but to me and my family, it is the story that makes my grandfather who he is. Whenever we see him, he always happens to tell us the same story. We're not sure if he already knows we know it, or if he's just so proud he has to tell it one more time. The story starts out as when I was 18 and came to America. Born at the start of World War II in the small town of Hackstreck, the Netherlands, my grandpa was number 5 of 13 kids. Being the eldest son, he had to work on the family farm and take care of his siblings. His parents, my great-grandparents, Nicholas and Marie Moons, owned a dairy where they produced their own milk and cheese. He worked day in and day out, helping feed such a large family. When the opportunity to move to the United States came, his family and him at 18 packed up his bags and moved to Oklahoma. They built a small dairy, not wanting to forget their livelihood back home. My grandpa worked just as hard, milking cows the old-fashioned way by hand. Soon after immigrating, my grandpa met my grandma after Sunday morning church. My grandma, being the stickler she is, declined his offer to go out with him. She was from Friesland, a northern portion of the Netherlands, and knew the Southern Dutch did not associate with people like her. She figured he was probably just messing around, but after he asked her countless times over and over again, she finally gave in. They dated, married, and built a small dairy in Chino, California. They raised 4 children with the same work ethic my grandfather was raised with. Those 4 children raised their children, me being one of them, with similar tactics. I like to think I work hard on my family's dairy, but I know I can never grasp the perseverance my grandpa had when he was my age. My grandpa's story recognizes his courage and dedication from moving across the world without knowing how to speak, read, or write English, to getting the girl, to creating a life for himself and his family. He came from a poor background, but managed to implement hard work in order to be successful. Back to his story from the beginning, the rest of it follows as, when I was 18 and came to America, I played hard but worked even harder. I never asked for anything, only worked for it. I now have a beautiful family with 17 grandchildren and a great-grandson on the way. I live in the town of Visalia, California, and drive a Porsche.